Okay, time to do our challenge for the day. This is challenge number 8. So, as an intro, once again, check out our Intro to SQL Querying course if you want to learn the basics of SQL. It's free and you can click it and check it out right here. And if you are ready to master your SQL querying in all regards, then go ahead and check out our Ultimate SQL Querying package. And you can do so by clicking on this image here. Okay, so for today's challenge, sort of a mouthful, but we want to show each office city. That part's pretty straightforward. And we want to also see the average number of orders per employee per office. Okay, and I have a little example here for us to look at because it's a little hard to understand. So say we have office ABC and there's 2 employees. Employee 1 had 2 orders. Employee 2 had 6 orders. Then your result set will show ABC in the first column, so that's the city, of course, and then 4 for the second column, since that's an average of the number of orders between employee number 1 and employee number 2, who both belong to our city ABC. Okay, so to get this done, we definitely are going to have to create our own data set from which we can query. And I'm going to do it with a CTE, a common table expression, which is used in Microsoft SQL Server, Transact SQL, although you could also do this with a derived table just as well. Okay, so we're going to call this one with employee underscore orders, and we'll say as, and then we'll put our CTE content in here. So what we want to grab initially is, because in order to get that average for the orders per employee for each office, then we're going to need to get the number of orders per each office initially, and then also for each employee. And then once we have that data set, then we can go ahead and grab the average from it. Okay, so we'll have our select here. First, let's work with our from, and we know we are going to need to work with our employees table, so we'll have that there. And then we'll do join customers C on C.customer, or actually sales rep employee number equals E.employee number. Okay, and then we will join orders as well, so that we can see how many orders they have made, that is each of the employees. And so we'll join those together like so, and now we've got that. Okay, so with this we can go ahead and grab a count of orders, and we'll give that an alias as order underscore count. Okay, and of course, if we just ran this query right here, then we would get just a count of the number of orders made by all employees, made by customers associated with employees, period. But of course, we want more than that. We actually want to see it per the office. And in the offices, or in the employees table, there's an office code column. So if we do this, and now put a group by here, and group by office code, now if we run that, then we will see the number of orders that were accomplished by employees per each office. Now we will want one more thing here as well. Besides the office code, we also want to see just the number of orders that were accomplished by each employee. So we'll also add in E.employee number here. And down here in our group by, we of course have to also add that there for a query to work. Okay, so this is going to be the main body of our CTE, common table expression. One last thing we do need to account for here is that when we run this, it's actually just going to get it for where, well, I mean, we're doing an inner join, right? So we're just getting where it matches, which means if we have employees who are responsible for 0 orders, they won't actually be taken into account for here, which we do need to account for them for finding the average. So we're going to actually do a left join for customers and orders onto employees. Okay, now let me go ahead and get rid of this CTE right here so that I can just run this code by itself. Let's run it, and there we go. Okay, so now we're seeing in order of office here, well actually it switches around, but we've got our employees here and we're seeing how many orders that they were responsible for. And of course we see which office that they are associated with as well. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and put back in our CTE code right there. Great. And I'll enter down a few lines to give us a little more space here. And now we're going to go ahead and select from it so that we can get the average. Okay, so that'll come from employee underscore orders, which is our CTE name up here. Okay, and then we want to display the city name for sure, so it'll be o.city. In order to get to that, we're going to have to join our offices table here. So offices O on eo.office code equals o.office code, just like that. And then we also want to display our second column. And our second column is going to be the average of our order count up here. Okay, and so we'll say average order underscore count as average orders, like that. And then the last thing we need, of course, is our group by here, group by o.city. So what that'll do is now we're getting our average number of orders per each employee, right? But we're doing it out here at this level, we're doing it for each city. Okay, we're getting the average for each city's worth of employees' orders. Now let's run it, and we have a little error here. Oh, looks like I just spelled it wrong. Employee orders. Now let's run it, and there we go. Okay, so we've got a result now. Let me pull it up so you can see all of them. So there are the average number of orders made per each city's employee. Okay, so we went over a lot of different things here. We used a CTE so that we could get this initial data set, see the counts per employee, and then we got the average based on that for each city. And that's our result set right there. So I hope you enjoyed this challenge, and once again, feel free to check out our Intro to SQL Querying free course, or to check out our premium course, the Ultimate SQL Querying Package.